One of my favorite things about the Sony mirrorless cameras, at least the newer ones, is the multi-interface shoe. This right here, it's like a hot shoe, but like way more powerful than just a hot shoe. And it allows you to connect different things audio-wise to it. Like the top handle right here, this thing's great for XLR audio, providing phantom power, all that stuff. It's actually, this is the combination that I typically use for my YouTube stuff, just because it's super convenient having XLR audio. But I also have this thing right here. This is the Sony ECM B1M, and this is just a really great onboard shotgun microphone. And it's quite honestly, it's replaced my VideoMic NTG and VideoMic Go 2 and stuff that I had from Rode. Not that those are bad mics, they actually sound better than this mic, but for vlogging and casual shooting and just better reference audio, this thing is good enough for that kind of stuff. But onboard shotgun microphones aren't always the right solution. Sometimes you need to have wireless microphones like a lavalier system, and so that's where something like the DJI Mic 2 system comes up. And this is a great system for content creation and also hiding the mics in different places because you can record 32-bit float audio to them. So they're a really great system. But honestly, what actually made me finally decide to pull the trigger on buying this system was this little thing right here. This is a little adapter that allows you to mount your DJI Mic 2 receiver to the multi-interface shoe on the Sony cameras, which eliminates the need for using a 3.5mm cable. And to me, aesthetically, it's just super pleasing. But there are benefits too if you're running it on a gimbal or something like that. It's just one less thing for this to actually snag on, which is really nice, and it just keeps everything super clean. Now, it's super easy to mount. All you do is this right here. You take this little cover off the back of the receiver, and then there's a little tab that flips up here, and then all you do is just slide it on. And then you can see on the bottom it has these little pins right here, just like the ECM shotgun microphone. And then you just slide it on just like that. And now just like that, you can see we have audio levels coming in through channel 1. Now I want to show you just a couple of things that I've done to set this up that would be honestly best suited for my needs, but your needs may be different. But here's what I've done just to kind of set this up. First of all, I've set this up to stereo mode. So if you go into the receiver settings, the first option, I think it defaulted to mono. And what I did is I just changed it to stereo. That way the one mic can go into the left channel and the other mic can go into the right channel, so that I can separate the audio tracks a lot easier. So if I'm having two people on camera talking, then I can easily separate those out in post, since it's now a stereo track. The other thing that I've done is in the audio settings on the multi-interface channel, I have changed it from, I think it defaulted to 16-bit audio at 48 kilohertz. What you want to do is go up and change it to 24-bit. And this is on the FX3. I think these other Sony cameras should allow you to do that, but I honestly, I don't have any other Sony cameras to test that out on. But those two things basically allow me to get higher quality audio because of changing from 16-bit to 24-bit, and then having the stereo mode to be able to isolate the left and right channels or isolate the mics, so I can get the best audio results possible with these mics. Now, DJI's made this really easy to get up and running, and I think the audio quality, which we'll hear some samples here in just a second, it sounds pretty good. Now, obviously, this isn't going to replace something like my Deity Theos unit, which is a much more professional grade lavalier system, and I don't think DJI is trying to go after that market to begin with. These are great for content creation and also just being able to, you know, take this off, put it in 32-bit float recording mode, and, you know, I've literally like strapped these in an engine bay to get audio that way, which is pretty cool. So these little systems are super handy and super helpful for that, but they also do sound pretty good. So we'll go ahead and just go outside and get some audio samples, because it'd be pointless to talk about this if you don't actually get to hear how the audio sounds. In here, it would not sound good because this room is not treated. That's why I'm using this mic to try to isolate the audio as much as possible. So we're gonna head outside, get some audio samples, and kind of bounce between different mics and settings and stuff like that, so you can kind of hear how all this sounds, and we'll just wrap this video up outside. All right, for reference, you are listening to the ECM B1M right now. It's the onboard shotgun microphone on the Sony FX3, and this is how it sounds. And it sounds okay, except for the ambient noise with the pressure washing or whatever's going on behind me. And I don't really know why coming outside was a good idea now. So, but anyways, this is what the audio sounds like from the shotgun microphone. And it sounds okay at this distance. I'm at a 24mm focal length right now, and it sounds fine. But as soon as I get away from the camera, maybe I want to go over here, I'm turning away from the camera, doesn't really sound all that good. And at this distance, it's kind of hard to hear me, and I'm actually trying to project my voice just because I know that I need to talk louder because the microphone is further away, unless I use a wireless microphone like the one you're hearing right now. I'm actually recording to the DJI Mic 2 transmitter right now, and I have a microphone hidden under my shirt. And for something at this distance from the camera, a wireless microphone is going to be much more preferable than the onboard shotgun microphone that you were hearing before. And one reason why you might want to distance yourself from the camera is to be able to zoom in to get more compression. Like right now, I'm at 70mm, and it's just a different look, and you might want to use this and have that creative freedom to be able to distance yourself from the camera but still get clear audio. So from here on out, you're going to be listening to some version of the DJI Mic 2 system, whether it's recording internally to the pack or recording directly into the camera. All right, we're completely swapped over to the Mic 2 system. Now I've got the receiver with the adapter plugged right into the multi-interface shoe, which is awesome. And then I've got both transmitters here. One that's ridiculously just in my hand, which this will probably be the last time you ever see me holding a microphone like this because it's ridiculous. The other one is mounted or set up more properly with a lavalier microphone plugged into it, which is the Sanken Kosta 11D if you're wondering, and I've just got it hidden under my shirt. But people do run the microphone like this for some reason, so I just wanted to give you a frame of reference for that audio. But what I'm going to do is swap it over to another microphone, the Deity WLAV Pro, right up here on my shirt, so you can kind of hear the differences between a microphone under the shirt and over the shirt, and you've already heard the microphone how it is right now. So while I'm bouncing between the two different labs, I feel like this is a great time to thank the sponsor of this video, and that is Motion Array. Motion Array is a marketplace with over 2 million creative assets, ranging from stock footage to music, sound effects, and motion graphics. What I love about Motion Array is you have all these creative assets at your disposal to elevate your projects and to add more value to your projects, whether it's for my YouTube videos or for my client projects. And the great thing is that license covers my client projects and my YouTube videos, which is awesome. Keeps things super simple. As a full-time creative and running my own business and running a YouTube channel, there are so many variables at play, and the more I can simplify my life, the better, and Motion Array makes that really easy, all while providing really high quality assets. So if you're editing projects, whether it's DaVinci Resolve, Final Cut Pro, Premiere Pro, or After Effects, whatever you're using, Motion Array has assets for all those editors out there, which is super awesome. Now, Motion Array is a subscription-based platform, and they have different plans depending on your needs. And the great thing is they are adding to that library every single day. So say you sign up in February, you don't have access just to whatever was there in February. You're always getting access to brand new content, which is awesome, be it sound effects, stock footage, music, graphics, templates, whatever they have in their creative library, you have access to it, and you can use it on all your different projects no matter what, which is super awesome, and it keeps things super simple. So if you're editing videos, whether it's for YouTube content creation or for your client projects, and you always want to have fresh new creative assets, then I highly encourage you to head over to motionarray.com, and I'll make it easy for you and leave a link down in the description below. All right, I've switched over to the 3.5mm cable on the FX3 now, so running into the mic jack as opposed to using the adapter here. And from the little bit of testing that I've done, I personally can't hear that much of a difference, so I would much prefer to use this thing as opposed to the 3.5mm cable for most cases, simply because, well, this is just more convenient and looks cleaner, and yeah, it looks nice. But the reason why I would maybe want to use a 3.5mm is if I want to run a splitter cable and have onboard shotgun audio and these microphones as well. I haven't really tested that out, but I've done that with other systems in the past and it's worked out really great. And if you're using the adapter, and this is probably one of the downsides, is if you're using this adapter, you don't have access to the 3.5 millimeter jack anymore. I wish you could. That'd be really cool, so you could run more than one system, but unfortunately you're not able to, so you are kind of stuck with just the 2 channels of audio. That's probably one of the bigger downsides with regards to using this little adapter. Another thing is I wish this thing did an auto power on for the receiver, kind of like it does with the Sony ECM mics. When you power on the camera, it powers on the mic, which is really handy. It doesn't do that. I could see maybe a firmware fixing that, but I'm not sure if that's a Sony thing or a DJI thing to make that happen. And those are honestly my biggest observations with the DJI Mic 2 system. If you have a compatible Sony camera and have the DJI Mic 2 mics, or are on the fence of getting the DJI Mic 2 mics, then getting this little adapter is an absolute no-brainer. At only $35, at least at the time of recording this, to me it was an easy add to cart and purchase, because I really like the multi-interface shoe ecosystem that Sony already has with the ECM B1M and the other ECM mics, as well as the top handle. Just makes everything a lot cleaner and less cable, less clutter, and you know, less things for it to snag on. So long-winded, but I'm happy with it. And you know, I purchased this thing with my own money, so this thing isn't sponsored or supported in any way by DJI. I just really like it. So it's about all I can spit out about a microphone thing. So we're going to end the video now. Appreciate you watching. Peace.